All right, so with the new witness about to testify against Diddy, claiming that he's got video of major celebrities.
They got Diddy-o? They got Diddy-o?
They got Diddy-o, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'll give props to that one.
Thank you.
That's why you're at that side of the table. Pun energy. Victimized. There's gonna be videos of celebrities that are victimized by Diddy freak-offs. They don't know who they are yet. They're gonna be revealed.
Celebrities are victimized?
They're saying.
Just show the Diddy-os instead of telling me there's Diddy-os.
They gotta wait for the elections to be done.
It's happening right now. They're in trial, and then this guy's testifying.
You know what they're saying? It's like the Kamala camp is all the people that are Diddy homies that don't want that to be leaked, and then the Trump camp is all Epstein homies that don't want to be leaked. So it's like Epstein. It's like Epstein list versus Diddy list.
Yeah.
Which one's worse?
Epstein list for sure.
Absolutely.
Who would you be really sad about appearing on that list for Diddy?
J-Lo.
You'd be sad about J-Lo?
Eminem.
Or is that just the first person you could think of?
Honestly, Eminem I would be sad about.
Yeah, Eminem.
I'm not sad about Eminem. I think I'd be sad about Denzel, actually.
Denzel for sure, but Denzel already said he never went to all that shit.
That's why.
Yeah,
because Denzel seemed like he's one of the ones that escaped it all.
Yeah.
And had been able to be squeaky clean and all that. And I'm like, okay, cool, he's safe. But then
if we found out he was lying,
then you're like, dude, everyone else that's been lesser than is for sure all even more guilty than.
Who do you think is for sure in the Diddy videos? I say Usher.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, for sure.
because like I don't know if it was like Usher's. He was also a kid.
Yeah.
So of course he.
No. But the thing is, like, you know what's different when you're a grown ass person going in to participate versus a kid who like found themselves there and then like.
Oh, like Bieber.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
He was also a kid.
But then when he got older,
So he's extra involved.
Yeah, but then if he got.
but when he got older,
But then if he got administered to it as a kid, exposed to it as a kid,
Right.
they might be lenient to be like, oh, you didn't have a choice to enter that
Right.
world.
Oh yeah. That's what I mean. I'm like, I guess involvement and guilty is not on the same meter for
I'm
me.
saying like,
Yeah.
what are the chances of who's in the videos? That's my question. Like
'cause-
Usher's
yeah,
dead, right?
Usher's dead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's.
High chance he's in the video.
But if he's in there and he's like, you know, he got just administered, I'll be like, I'd be sad. But if he was guilty, I would be heartbroken.
Me too, yeah.
Probably maybe Bieber.
Yeah, because he was
That seemed
because he came
clearly
into
a sad, innocent thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at him now,
Jay-Z,
singing Jesus
You think Jay-Z?
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
for sure.
Now Jay-Z, he doesn't look like he was innocent. Like, it looked like he had power to make decisions.
Conspiracy theories is they're actually the string pullers. Jay-Z and Beyonce is pulling the Diddy strings down here.
the Diddy string.
I mean, they wouldn't be pulled by the string, them two.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be, or for sure at least Jay-Z.
Kevin Campbell.
For real?
No, I'm just saying. That would be sad.
Dude, you know who would be sad? Snoop Dogg. Like if he was found guilty at one of those parties. I don't
Actually,
know
that would be disastrous for his branding because he worked so hard to become a mainstream person.
Yeah, but did they ever have beef like the Diddy camp and the like East versus West? Did they ever have
Yeah.
that kind of beef?
I mean, Snoop Dogg was kind of a youngin' during that time.
Oh.
Because he was like newer to like Tupac.
'cause it was
and all
Tupac.
that.
Tupac parties and stuff too.
Yeah.
Cause
I think Snoop Dogg was legit though. He's just like, nope, I'm good off all that. Oh, 12 o'clock. They say it's
Yeah,
freaky deaky time. Let's get out of
that's
here.
why it'd be sad if you found him in those videos. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, you never would have thought that.
But remember he was hanging out with Magic Don Juan all the time? And he was getting really into the pimp style. Do you think it's just like fashion though?
Oh, like a
Oh yeah, I know what you're
trend.
talking about. I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised at this one, but I also would still be bummed out. Leo.
Leo.
I would believe that 100%.
Oh no, he definitely in
Did he
there.
say he's like the number one on his list? Every time he has a party, the first person he puts on the list is Leo.
Look at his girl now.
I remember this one time LMFAO got hired to go on this yacht, like this ship party with this guy named Jolo. Do you guys know the story about Jolo? No. He was this investor guy from Asia, and he, I guess, scammed one of the Asian countries. I can't remember exactly which one, but he had scammed one of those governments out of like funding, and he ended up taking all this money and investing it into major films that we've all seen. And
Is he the same guy that like invested so much in those films that he always brought his like daughter into those movies for shit roles that like clearly you're not even good at?
I don't know. All I know is that Leo was very close with that guy, and he ended up getting in trouble with him too. when the whole thing came up. Yeah. So I
Who
would.
else I'd be sad? 50 Cent.
There's no way 50 Cent.
50 seems like such a super stand-up guy right now, and he wants to fucking expose Diddy.
Oh, it could
I'd be-
backfire.
So yeah,
Damn, that
but I
would be a
would love
sad.
to see him go through with the full.
There's no way he's gonna be selling the freaking expose documentary to Netflix.
While he's in it.
Yeah. That's what made me sad.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, put that in there.
Because I want to believe him. I want to believe him really bad.
But he is super close with like Dre and Eminem and stuff. So like, how could that whole camp, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
If Simu Liu was in there.
Simu? Would I be sad? I'd be shocked.
Me too.
I'd be like, Simu was going to those parties like that?
I'm like, damn, he ascended to that level.
Yeah.
Would you guys be sad if Wong Fu was on there?
Oh, I'd expect them to be there.
Oh,
What? Why?
because they're so clean. They're too clean.
It's the fun. It's like Wayne Brady. Remember when he was on Dave Chappelle? It's like
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody want boba?
Or
Yeah.
Michael Cera, and this is the end.
Yeah. He's like the most corrupt, most fucked up.
The most perfect people.
But it's like because they're the cutest on camera.
There is a lot of weirdness though. You know, like even the old pictures with like Birdman and Lil Wayne kissing on the lips coming out. It's like there's just like all kinds of like no, this is pre-AI. There's just like weird like bromance.
Did you see that with Lil Wayne and P Diddy? P Diddy kept trying to touch him, and he was just like, nah.
Wasn't that Tyson?
I thought that was Mike Tyson.
I saw Mike Tyson.
That was another one too on the Montel.
I might have seen it with Lil Wayne too. Actually, they're in the stage.
I think they were just kind of like outdoors vlogging and stuff.
Oh, damn.
Whatever, man. I guess you just in a high moment your whole life.
What do you guys think about that conspiracy though, where they're like, they're all the celebrities are backing up Kamala right now, and it just so happens to be the ones connected to P Diddy that are fighting hard to try to get Kamala in, so that they won't release the tapes.
But it's really hard. It's really hard to be black and in the music industry and have no connection to P Diddy though.
They're all It's
hard.
Yeah, that's tough. I think it's more realistic. I mean, the conspiracy's funny to like draw. It's like a constellation in the sky, right? Those stars, no matter what, are all gonna be there. How you choose to connect it is like what makes it interesting, depending on your perspective. But I think for those, like even those celebrities, I see it, and it's like, one, if you're in Hollywood culture and Hollywood needs to go a certain way, like sometimes you got to do certain things, right? It's just like I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying like you're in that space, you kind of gotta like co-sign that ship. And then on top of that, if hypothetically you're getting paid for it. I mean, hypothetically, you know, it's like you're gonna pay for it. You have to do it anyway. I can see how some people might be like, "Here's my endorsement that's clearly scripted, and I'm saying all the right talking points in order to do this at this very pivotal moment." I could understand that versus just being like, I subscribe to the idea that all of them have some sort of dirt and they're trying to protect that fact.
Yeah.
Could be a brand deal too, because they get those. All
That's
the
what I'm
time.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's more like in line with the Hollywood culture of what they're supposed to probably side with a possible like financial incentive. If it's not direct cash in your pocket, it's like, you know how Hollywood might be. Do this, otherwise you won't get put in this person's favor.
The weird one, it's when Trump would go on The View back in the day, and they love him, hug him.
That's what Rogan was talking about. Yeah.
Well, even before the Rogue One, I would see there's videos of the complete contrast. Like they love him, they want him to come back on the show all the time, and then after he became president, they're like verbally calling him like a scumbag and all that. I'm like, what the fuck happened there? That's so crazy.
I guess it makes sense if they didn't like what he did as president, but they liked what he did as a apprentice. Host, yeah. Maybe it's just like that transition. They just didn't like his opinions once. Maybe they didn't know him politically.
Towards more so the idea / conspiracy that the left owns like 90% of mainstream media, and like again, same thing.
Well, that's not even a secret, which is what's funny about
$1 million, I need to talk shit about your friend. And they're like, all right.
Dang.
I think that's the
Or
funniest thing.
it's not even just here's $1 million. Here's $1 million. You gotta talk shit on your friend, or you're fired.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get hired in this career for all of these other places when we own 90%.
Look how easy Bruno did it. Remember for the Bruno thing where he would have guests on his fake show where they talk shit about fashion? Do you remember that? And then he'd have like really famous like people be on the show. It's not a real show, but he'll pull like Paris Hilton up and be like, "What do you think of her dress?" And then they'll be like, "I think it's really nice. I think it's very pretty." And then he stops and goes, no, here we don't like it today. Okay, you're gonna have to say some shit about it. Let's make it ugly. And then he's like, oh, okay. And then they re-roll it. He's like, yeah, it's so 1992. It's and they just literally opposite opinion. Like,
Yeah,
That's probably what really happens.
and that's at the small like parody scale. Like imagine like what people do when it's really like you said, it's not your job's soft on the line where they don't even explicitly say it. They just go,
lines.
hey, our opinion here at the network is that we don't like this. So when you report it, like that's the general vibe, and that's probably all they have to say.
Yeah, Cardi B recently came out, endorsed Kamala, right? And then someone just posted a video of like just 2 years ago, she was saying something completely opposite.
Dude, the J-Lo one just came out where she was endorsing Kamala, and then this other reaction video of this black dude wearing a MAGA hat was just kind of calling out like, so you'll say all of these things about Trump, but you haven't said shit about Diddy.
Yeah.
Like, like you,
And then isn't that her ex-boyfriend?
yeah, it's like y'all dated. He clearly did these things.
Did they get married?
Diddy has a lot of equity in her whole career, right?
Yeah, so it's just that clear irony. It's like if you're in an awkward position and you don't want to be vocal or give yourself limelight, that's like one thing. But if you're gonna like go out and then, you know, I think she like had tears at the rally too about like making sure that people voted the right.
If you're trying to oust someone, oust the worst. Don't pick on someone that's like an angel compared to who you used to interact with.
All relative, right?
Yeah.
It's all
Like
relative,
it's ironically all relative.
Yeah, it really is.
That's why politics and all that shit is dirty.
Right.
I don't think any celebrity, when they're on camera, is actually talking and saying things earnestly because they feel that way.
I had to give a best man speech once, and I wasn't vibing with the bride to be.
You're a celebrity.
But the thing is, here's the thing. though.
What'd you say?
You still gotta politic that best man speech because you're not gonna say your truths. You're gonna ride truth in a way that makes it, because half of family is there too. So I had to say things because you always still have to speak on both and why this is gonna work. I had to fucking wordsmith my way through such complex things in order to seemingly give so much praise, hope, and joy to something that like still didn't compromise my integrity of like what I wanted to say. So still 90% was about why I think this dude's dope and he deserves the best. And I hope that everything works well.
Are they together still?
Nope.
Oh.
Yay.
Bro, that happened to a wedding I went to too, where the bridesmaid's best friend or whatever, I don't think they're best friends, she would come up and talk about the bride and groom, and as soon as it got to the groom, I don't think they ever liked each other, but she had to like struggle to say nice things, and you could tell in her face that she doesn't really think that, and we're like, bro, this is awkward, because she's like, oh yeah, you know, ever since like she met her husband or future husband or whatever, he wasn't always the best, but, and then she would try to like word her way around it like that, but you could tell.
I think they
Even
split.
more on it.
Yeah,
Speeches too.
yeah, no, for sure, but it was so obvious, and that just reminded me of that. I'm like, oh man, that shit's funny.
But just case in point, sometimes you're put in a situation where like your intention is still to mean well and do what you believe is most right, but it's your job to like do it a certain way.
What do you guys think about Jaguar going out, just speaking openly about what she saw?
Dude, Jay-Z sent a cease and desist to what show was she on?
Was it Breakfast Club or was it
Like Tucker Carlson, maybe? I think it was on Tucker Carlson, and he got like cease and desist from Jay-Z and Beyonce for like all the shit that she said on there.
Wow. Jaguar, right?
And then he had I don't know if it's Tucker, but whatever that network was had to like submit a formal apology.
Damn.
It's crazy.
But is it his fault if she's saying those words? Because it's like, how can he control it? Or, you know?
Yeah, cease and desist don't really have to explain that. They just giving you a little beep boop. Careful.
Do you think they're ever gonna catch Jay-Z for anything?
No, not that guy.
He's Warren Buffett's homie.
His people,
He might be too well connected
Strong.
by now. Unless like
Rockefeller.
I don't know.
Diddy was well connected.
Yeah, but I still think, I don't know, this is my conspiracy
Blackwell.
part of my brain thinking, but like I still think he did something wrong and pissed somebody off.
Like the real powerful person.
Did he?
Yeah. I still think like, cause that avalanche was so strong.
Or I think the people that were protecting him are no longer working.
Yeah, that
Like
too.
something got messed up in the axis of power,
Yeah.
and he either made the wrong call or someone didn't like what he said or did, and they're just like, oh, we don't need you then.
And there's no way the whole house of cards falls down.
No, not at
Even
all.
if it seems like, whoa, this avalanche, something's still like perfectly. It's almost like a controlled fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something happens in a way where it's like some sort of fucked up structure is still gonna be there.
Right. Yeah.
Listen though. At the end of the day, don't fuck with any of that. Don't even get involved.
Oh, not even just a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
But what if I want fame?
See, you know,
Hello?
you pull out your 12 gauge and you're like, what the fuck going on? And the outside goes do 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 do. You're fucked.
But what if I just want a donut at a Diddy party?
Too bad someone got you on camera. Say Joe was at Diddy's.
Damn, that's a big ass camera.
Fucking 200mm lens.
But a lot of people in LA, have been to Diddy's parties and they haven't experienced any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
They're on the bottom floor.
That's what I'm
bottom
saying,
floor,
yeah.
12 o'clock. Yo, everyone gotta get out. Imagine even the performers on camera.
Yeah, or like all the
200mm lens,
servers
baby.
and all the people. Like that's
Yeah.
a lot of staff.
NDAs when you go in.
I
Just
mean,
live life.
some people will just they don't want to know what they're in on.
Just live your life.
They just want to get the day rate.
Yeah.